Texas State Credential Board Research Project. As a future therapist specializing in children, adolescents, families, women, couples, and trauma, understanding the Texas Behavior Health Executive Council is essential. BHE regulates all licensed professional counselors in Texas and oversees the Texas State Board of Examiners of Professional Counselors. Their mission aligns with my professional values of safety, ethics, and competent care. Since my long-term goal include working in community agencies and building my own family counseling practice, I must thoroughly understand how BHEC governs leisure supervision and professional accountability. This board determines when I can transition from LPC associate to an LPC, which influences every step of my career path. With my background in youth mentorship and empowerment programs, the structure provided by BHEC supports my goal of offering ethical, trauma-informed, and cultural competent care across Texas communities. The mission of the Texas LPC Board to protect the public is consistent with my goals as a future family and trauma therapist. The Texas Occupation Code 503 aligns with legal framework for professional counseling practice, while the Texas Administrative Code Chapter 681 details ethical rules, supervision requirements, and leisure procedures. As someone serving children, families, and women in vulnerable situations, I must fully understand these rules to provide safe and ethical services. My passion for empowerment program and trauma recovery means I will work closely with individuals who depend on safety boundaries and legal protection. Understanding these statutes ensure that I will practice responsibly in community agencies and eventually within my own counseling practice. Following these laws would help establish trust, professionalism, and integrity in my work. The board functions through committees that help maintain ethical, competent, and counseling practices in Texas. The Ethics Committee reviews violations and ensures adherence to TAC Chapter 681. The Licensing Committee evaluates applications and determines eligibility for LPC associates and LPC credentials. The Compliance Committee monitors disciplinary actions, continuing education requirements, and corrective plans. Understanding these structures matter to me because I plan to work with children, families, and trauma survivors, groups who rely heavily on ethical, consistent, and professional care. Quarterly meetings address leisure updates, administrative changes, and, and complaint hearings. These reinforces the importance of accountability, documentation, and professionalism. As someone who has mentored youth and led empowerment programs, I value systems that provide oversight and protection for the communities I plan to serve. The leisure process is the foundation of my professional identity as a future Texas therapist. After completing my clinical mental counseling degree at GCU, I must pass either the National Counseling Examination or the National Clinical Mental Health Counseling Examination, both overseen by NBCC. I must also complete the Texas Juris exam, which ensures I understand state laws and ethical expectations. Once these steps are completed, I will apply to become an LPC associate so I can begin practicing under supervision. As someone who plans to support children, families, and trauma survivors, these requirements help establish the professional credibility and competency I need to serve my future clients ethically and efficiently. Texas requires LPC associates to complete 3,000 supervised hours, with at least 1,500 being direct client counseling. These This ensures new clinicians gain hands-on experiences in real clinical settings. For me, this phase is where I will begin shaping my identity as a therapist, serving children, families, and women healing from trauma. The minimum 18 months of supervision helps clinicians grow gradually and ethnically under guidance from a qualified LPC supervisor. I will need to submit official transcripts, exam scores, supervision agreements, and documentation verifying my hours. This supervised phase aligns with my belief in mentorship, structure, and professional development. It prepares me for the community agency work and eventually my goal of owning a family counseling practice. Texas tiered leisure structure creates a clear professional pathway. As an LPC associate, I will practice under the supervision of a board approved LPC supervisor. This phase will allow me to strengthen my skills while working directly with children, families, women, and trauma survivors. After completing supervision and required hours, I can apply for a full LPC leisure, giving me the independence to work in a community agency or community agencies and eventually build my own practice. This tiered system ensures that new clinicians receive proper support while developing competency and confidence in their therapeutic skills. Understanding the complaint process helps me maintain high ethical standards as I prepare to work with vulnerable clients. Complaints are filed through the BHEC online system and evaluated to determine whether the issue falls under the board's authority. Investigation include reviewing documentation, interviewing parties, and comparing the situation to TAC Chapter 681 rules. Boundary issues, confidentiality breaches, and improper documentations are among the most common violations. Sanctions can include fines, remediation, suspension, or license revocation. This reinforces my commitment to maintaining professionalism, ethical boundaries, and accurate records, especially when working with children, families, and survivors of trauma. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects strong growth in the counseling field, particularly in child, family, and trauma force services. This aligns directly with my calling to support families, adolescents, women, and couples seeking healing. Telehealth is now expanding access to service, offering flexibility for both clinicians and clients. Culture, Cultural competency is also becoming increasingly important, which connects deeply with my mission to empower diverse communities through counseling and outreach programs. These trends confirm that I am preparing for a meaningful, in demand career with opportunities for leadership and community impact. These counseling workforce trends directly support my long term goals. With the growing demand for children, family, and trauma informed counseling services, I feel confident pursuing my dream of opening a family counseling practice and working within community agencies. As someone devoted to empowerment, mentorship, and healing, these trends show that Texas communities need clinicians with my passion and purpose. Trauma informed approaches and culturally responsive care will continue to shape mental health services, which aligns with the work I feel called to do. These trends also make room for leadership roles where I can advocate for families and underserved communities across Texas. Thank you.